CFX Live Land. Welcome to day 3 of Fansworld Part 2. My name is Tabitha. We got Josh back here in and out from behind the camera. I'm going to make him put on some masks and some costumes in a little bit here. But for those of you who don't know, this is Fansworld at CFX. We like to do, well, last year, I guess, is when we officially kicked it off. But we figured, you know, Fansworld was a really good hit last year. We had a lot of fun. We hoped you had a lot of fun.
So explain to everyone what Fansworld actually is.
I was going to segue into that. Why did you got to interrupt my spiel?
All right, sorry. I didn't know. We don't plan this. We're live.
I still have my coffee, obviously. Josh hasn't finished his energy drink. It's Saturday. We're here at the shop. We're not normally here on Saturdays, but
we're the only ones here at the shop right now.
We're literally the only ones here in the shop right now. So, Fansworld started last year, or almost exactly this time last year, when our big industry trade show, Transworld, was postponed because of the world. I just don't know if we can get demonetized for saying that these days. So I'm still trying to figure out the monetization on YouTube. So don't.
We don't really care. This is more for you guys. So if we get demonetized, whatever.
Whatever. But yeah. So literally this time last year was when the pandemic was really kind of starting to get ramped up and everything was starting to get shut down just out of safety and precautions. And so last year we revamped our entire game plan. We decided to go live and do basically set up our entire trade show booth. Well, half of it. I guess it wasn't the entire thing.
Yeah, half the trade show booth, but we have all the masks available.
With all the masks. And so very similar to what you see back here behind me. If you didn't tune in last year, yeah, we had a huge smorgasbord of masks. We were doing sales. We were doing try-ons. We were bringing different people in from the shop and really trying to make the best of what had been handed to us literally the week we were scheduled to leave to go to the show. This year, Transworld is happening, but we still wanted to be able to provide you a really fun experience, similar to what you guys had last year at Fansworld.
Number one, Tabby and I had a lot of fun doing it,
yeah.
And it's kind of grown from there. And number two, it seems like you guys like it. So yeah, if you guys want it, we'll do it.
Yeah, if you guys like us enough, we'll keep doing this. So welcome to Fansworld Part 2, the return, as it were. So we are still having our sale. It is going all the way through next Thursday. Excuse me, this upcoming Thursday. I keep forgetting it's Saturday already. The 18th is when the sale will end. Would you mind popping up those graphics real quick?
I can.
Josh is going to put up the graphics on the screen of what the sale is. It has the discount codes for $50 off your silicone mask or gloves that are made-to-order items only. The sale is only valid on made-to-order items. With this, you're also going to get a head form with every mask purchase. That is standard from CFX. We always give you a head form when you order a mask from the shop. We're also giving you a really awesome swag bag filled with CFX goodies. And, of course, we are still extending our free UPS Ground domestic shipping promotion. Those codes were up on the screen. We'll make sure we refer back to those in a little bit here. So, I think
lay out the format for everyone, because I think we have a bunch of new viewers today with it being Saturday. So kind of lay out how we do this.
So that's kind of what I was going to get into here. So for Fansworld, we are going to be going live 3 different times, today and tomorrow, with a little bit of a schedule of what we're going to talk about. So today, we're going to talk about how to build your character with your mask. The last 2 days, we covered just general sale information. We covered how to what you do when you first get your mask, how to wash and care for your masks. So with these live streams that we're doing for you during Fansworld, we're just trying to connect with you guys, show you some tips and tricks on what to do when
Answer
you have
any
your silicone
questions that
mask.
you guys may have.
Absolutely. Answer any questions that you guys may have and try on some masks for you guys because we know it's been a long time since you've been able to come to see us at a show, or maybe you haven't been able to come and see us at a show yet. And so we're trying to fill that gap a little bit where you see it online and you really want it, but you're not quite sure about it. We're here to try on those masks for you to make sure that you're going to get what you're looking for. Alrighty, I think we're good.
We're good. Tyler happened to make it onto the. We have some regulars for you new viewers.
Tyler. Wow.
Yeah, we do have regular viewers that we do this. We'll do Friday live streams quite often throughout just throughout the year.
Yeah.
So yeah, Tyler's here. Zach Decker's in. He says, let's see here.
Full
heart goes out to the CFX team. Thank you, Zach. We appreciate it.
I saw your video about you guys at the shop today. Nice hoops, by the way. Nice hoop skills.
Jason says we're his favorite mask company because of the great customer service. We pride ourselves on that. And we make really good masks.
Yes.
Our masks are pretty top notch out there.
That's one of the things.
The way we can set ourselves apart is not only by providing the best possible mask for you to use, but also provide all the customer service that you have in it. You're making an investment in our company and our product, so we have no problem, investing a little bit of time back into you.
We started making silicone masks for the haunted house industry. A little bit of, I guess, a history of who CFX is. We got started and made our first silicone mask for sale in about 2007. But we started in the haunted house industry, so we always have you haunters in mind for comfort and movability. And I was going to segue into that.
Sorry.
He keeps interjecting. Go sit down. Let me finish talking. So we have the wearer's comfort in mind, no matter what avenue you're using the masks in. We want you to be comfortable. We want you to be able to hear, see, speak, and of course, drink some water because it does get a little warm in these things. But we want you to make sure that you're investing in something that you're going to be happy with. We know that it is investment, but we do everything we can to make sure not only is the product going to be something that you're going to love for years on end, but like you said, we provide the customer experience, customer service experience all the way through the entire process. And even afterwards, we always get a call and check up on you, see how you and your mask are doing, seeing if you need anything from us, or asking you to send us some pictures of you and your costume and what you've been doing with it. Because we love seeing our babies out in the wild. Sometimes we get really crazy, unique paint jobs, and we're like, oh, this is cool, and we send it off, and we never hear from you guys. So sometimes we like to know what happens to these guys in the good way. Of course, if something bad happens, we'd like to know so we can tell you how to fix it. But we love seeing all of these masks, gloves, props, and all that good stuff out in the wild, whether you use them for cosplays, which is a huge thing. That's why we go to San Diego Comic-Con, or in your haunt, or just as an everyday character that you like to create and wander around the streets with. We're not going to judge.
All right. I did have one question on here from Steve. He wants to know, are there any layaway options?
Layaway options, no, not yet. That is something that we've been kind of mulling about a little bit. However, we do have 50/50 payment plans. That's something that we provide all in-house, so there are no additional fees involved with that. It's exactly
we don't run your credit or anything like that. Credit doesn't matter. It's
exactly.
It's
all internal. We don't go through any outside sources, but it's exactly what it sounds like. When you place your order for a made-to-order item, because that's the only way it kind of works out, we require 50% up front when you order, and then usually about 6 to 8 weeks later, depending on the detail or what you're getting done to your mask. And before we ship it out to you, we will ask for the remaining 50%, and then we will send you your mask, gloves, and or other items to you for you to enjoy. So no layaway at this time, but we do have a 50/50 payment plan. If you want more information on that, or you'd like to take advantage of that, shoot us an email at info@compositeeffects.com, and we will happily work that out with you.
All right. We're caught up on everything. We have a lot of people watching, a lot of new viewers. Cool. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes, thank you guys for tuning in. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe and all that good stuff, so everybody can see what the cool stuff is that you're watching, and then they can watch us, and then you guys can be like, hey, did you see that mask? Maybe we should get that mask for our event. Just saying. The more the merrier is all we'd like to say. So thank you for our returning visitors, and welcome to our new watchers.
Here, I'll come onto the camera for the first time on Saturday.
Okay.
So if you guys, it's a loose format. If you guys have a question or a comment or anything like that, throw it on there. I'm monitoring the comments as I'm recording. and I'll try to answer them as they go. There's a slight delay on the feed, so just know
Bear
that.
with us.
But yeah, so just let us know, throw out comments. I will try on any of these masks. We'll pull any of these masks down and do demos for you, show you the inside of the mask, outside of the mask, how everything works. And I do have a bunch of demos and stuff planned for later on today, so I may postpone. If you ask for it, I'll tell you when it's going to be on the schedule. But yeah, that's how it works for all you new viewers. And welcome.
Tyler says he's upset that he got another mask, not that he's not on the stream.
His spouse is upset.
Oh, his spouse.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Tyler, give us her name and everything like that. Do I need to serenade her here on the live stream? And yeah, what do we need to do to help that one out?
Let us know how we can assist.
I'm here for you, buddy. But yeah, okay. So I got Rolando on here. Guys gonna have another layaway question. We have been looking at some payment plan options, but our goal is to get this mask into your hands for as inexpensively as possible.
Absolutely.
So, some of the payment plan, you are paying interest and stuff on it. And so we're just looking for the best possible deal before we pull a trigger on that.
Absolutely.
Also, a lot of the financing companies, they're US based only.
Yes.
So, for all of our European friends out there, it doesn't help you guys a whole lot.
Yeah.
The 50-50 payment plan, that works for anybody and everybody.
Yes.
So there are options though. So if you ever have any questions and if we don't answer it here on the live stream, feel free to send us an email or anything like that.
Please.
All right, let's see here.
Tyler's just an hour of having Josh trying masks on straight. That's what it is when we go to at the actual.
At Fansworld, that's all.
Comic-Con, that's all it is.
It's not an hour. It's about 6 hours of nonstop mask on, mask off, mask on, mask off, and that's how when you guys see me just flip it on and flip it off so quickly. Trust me, I have plenty of practice.
Years and hours of practice, not just at our events, but also at all these trade shows. So I know we make it look really easy. It's because we've been doing this for a very long time. But once you get comfortable with it, it'll be like second nature to you guys too.
And so Angus has a question. What's been our most unique project? And could you try Nephilim on? Because he looks fierce. Yes, I love putting Nephilim on. We have 2 different variants of them up here right now. I'm going to just spin the camera. Bear with me. So on the top is our steampunk variant. That is an artist special.
Yes,
and then the one below it is our standard variant of Nephilim. Now, we've also done him in like a fully chromed out version. We've done him in red and black.
We've done him with
I own a red and black variant of that one, and it's really cool looking.
Really nifty.
But we also do a lot of film and television projects.
Yes.
Unfortunately,
come on screen and talk about this.
I hate being on camera.
You're a disembodied voice, and it looks weird when I'm just standing here like,
Yeah, but you look pretty. So
I know.
All right. So so we do a lot of film and television projects. A lot of them are NDA, so I can't talk about them until after they're done. So right now we currently have 3 different film projects.
I know
3 different film and television projects in house with the 4th one rolling in probably next week. I think probably right on Monday.
Yeah.
Our latest one that we just finished that I can't talk about was Godmother on Disney Plus. We did all of the magic wands. Tabby's showing you one of the stunt wands. It's fully flexible, made out of a polyfoam, and that way when they're doing it and they're whipping it around, she's scared, but it's fun.
I was preparing myself.
But yeah, so here was a different variant that they didn't use on the screen. It's a different paint scheme, and so this is a resin one. It doesn't flex or anything like that. It's got the gold crystals and the gold tip. But we did.
You can talk about your stick.
I can't talk about that yet.
Well, that you've made a stick.
Okay, that's all I can talk about is that I made a stick.
And poop.
We make all kinds of stuff. This is a really floppy wooden
stick.
But it's designed to be like a tree branch. That's all I can say about that one at the moment.
We were making some sticks and some horse poop.
And that you'll see that one. That one will be airing probably in the middle of the year. No, I think it's July when it starts. And so we'll be able to talk about that one.
That's from a series. So once that starts, we'll be able to talk more about that.
That one's a super high profile one. You guys will all see our work on that one. That'll be
You're going to see a lot of Josh's sticks.
Sticks and poo.
Horse poop. And are you making those rocks right now too?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Some rocks and stuff. So we're making all kinds of natural elements for.
But I think one of the most unique things, probably the robotic shark fin, right?
Yeah. So we have a remote control, fully submersible shark fin, and it was used in Ozark sharks. What was the other shark one that we did? Zombie shark or something like that. And we actually Santa Jaws. We created the unique shot of, and basically it's a filmed with a GoPro on the back of the fin, and so when you see the fin and the camera angle is directly behind it and it's skimming through the water, that's our remote control shark. It lives in the back. It needs probably 5 feet of water to actually be able to go, but it goes up and down. It has 2 5-horsepower trawler motors on it, so it
cruises.
Yeah, it moves really quick. We like to take it out in the swamp and just kind of cruise it around and scare the crap out of people.
Because everybody's out there in the boats trying to catch the little gator or crawfish or stuff like that. So we like to have fun here. We like to have fun. But yeah, we besides the silicone masks, we are a full service prop shop. And we work on small independent indie films all the way up to big Hollywood budget movies. Yeah, we do a lot here.
And so Angus, I'll grab that Nephilim in just a few minutes here, and I'll throw that on a little bit deeper into the stream.
Yes.
I'm just gonna try and catch up with
Jake,
everything.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
I'm
not really.
Jake, you heard Kenny. I am. I'm gonna put it on Kenny. Kenny's in charge of the mold room. I'm the mask operations manager. So I'm in charge of all the designs and actually getting them from idea to design to sculpt.
From paper to here.
Yeah.
Basically.
And once it's sculpted, then I hand it off to Kenny. And then I go.
Then you wait.
And if you guys don't know, Kenny owns the company. He's the boss.
He's got a lot of other things besides.
It's not that he's pitting it off these film projects. Like I said, it's such a high. Again, you guys, once we announce it, you'll be like, oh, I totally understand why you guys were prioritizing on that one. It is a huge project, and I've been busy on this project for 4 months now. On various aspects of it. So just so you know, let's see here. We have people watching from Israel right now.
Wow. And
yes, that's amazing.
Jake, yeah, maybe I am inciting violence. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
You know her. I mean, you've met her before, right?
Don't make me get the spray.
All right.
Don't make me get the spray.
Jason wants to know, is there ever going to be a big mass drop like the Horseman or 7 Cents? You guys make me tell all this stuff.
Yeah, yes,
I have an entire collection. It's 12.
Stewing.
It is 12 masks, male and female. They're not sculpted yet.
It's still a design concept for the time being.
Yeah, the designs are pretty tight right now. I'm to the point where I have to get the masks that are sculpted that are sitting waiting for the mold room.
You have to get the other ones molded first.
Out of the sculpting area and into the mold room. And once I know for a fact that we're on schedule to get all those molds done, I will bring the sculptors back in. We had a lot of sculptors come in this year. Big shout out to Roy Woolley, Casey Tatus, and Tony Mandiel.
Hi guys, love you.
They knocked out some amazing sculpts. I'm going to try to reveal one of Tony's sculpts.
Okay.
At some point.
Tomorrow, today.
We'll see. Probably tomorrow, just to be honest with you guys, because I need to make sure the paint's done on it. It's just got a demo, like a test paint job on it. But I want to show it to you. I want to show that, hey, I actually have something.
Yeah.
And then
just for you guys in the stream. Woo!
Yeah. Then I have a demon. I'll tell you what it is. It is a demon.
What demon?
In the mold room right now. It's a brand new demon from us. I'm not gonna say anything else.
It's a demon.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking demon.
It's a different demon that we have in our collection. And I know we have quite a few of them, but we are always looking to think outside the box a little bit and expand our comfort levels when it comes to sculpts.
And here, I'm gonna let the cat out of the bag. We have a new fungi mask.
I was like, I already kind of spilled it the other day.
Yeah,
so
we have a fungi mask. I've talked about it on some of the Facebook posts and forums and stuff like that. Yeah. I haven't shown the pictures of it yet because I was waiting for Jen to get a good paint job on it.
Yeah, we haven't shared any pictures ever directly.
So Tony actually sculpted that one for us. It's an amazing sculpt. It's unlike any of the other fungus masks that are out there. But yeah, so hopefully I can show you that either by the end of the day today or first thing tomorrow. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the deal with the new masks and stuff like that. And so when it comes to a big collection, I need to make sure that the entire palette is clean, and then we drop a new one in. Well, I mean, some people out there, it's not hard to guess, I guess, really what my collection may be. But there's some good guesses out there. I'll tell you guys that. But yes,
Baby Boy Rocky.
Yeah, so I would like to do a big mask drop. But I also want to make sure we're releasing masks on a regular basis as well. I don't want to hold everything just for a big release. I'll be honest with you. Sometimes what happens is the expectations get so high as to what we're going to release, and sometimes we can't always hit all those expectations. Yeah. So we'd rather just show it to you. But you guys, if you hate it, you can let us know right off the bat, and then I don't continue that collection.
Absolutely.
But that's a little story for me. I'm gonna step back out of the camera and make sure we're caught up on questions.
For the most part, it looks like we are. Yeah, Jacko was talking about how he's waiting for his imp mask and might be the first imp that visits Israel. It might be. I know we've shipped some other masks to Israel and that area of the country, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to probably talk with Jonathan on Monday and see where the farthest reaches we have sent some of our masks to. But thank you again so much. We definitely appreciate
I don't believe there's been an imp in Israel, but I do believe there's a Belial.
I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, I think it's a Belial.
I know there's some teratomas in France.
Yep.
I do know that.
But yeah, we do send the masks all over the world. They're all over Asia. Yeah, they're all over Asia. So there's some in Australia.
I
the
think
shipping is insane. I do want to get to this real quick. Rolando says, guys, there's a question. There's a site selling the same masks at a very, very cheap price.
this is your friendly neighborhood scam reminder that you do not buy silicone masks from anybody other than their original makers. If you see a silicone mask, a full head silicone mask, less than $300, please always question it.
Ask a lot of questions.
Ask a lot of questions. There is a very, very high likelihood that if you see anything listed at like $58 or $29.99 and it looks like our stuff, A, it's our stuff and they're stealing our IP, and B, you are not going to get a silicone mask for $25. It's just not going to happen. They're going to take your money, they're going to fish your information, and they're going to send you, if they send you anything, a really bad latex mask. Very likely doesn't even look anything like what the mask you ordered was.
There are some out there that are kind of recasts of our mask, but they're very horrible quality. I would even question putting that latex onto my skin. They are made out of latex, and who knows what's in them.
There's been a few people who had been able to get this product, and some people were doing it just because they were curious of what it was. Unfortunately, other people did fall for the scam. And if they had gotten a product, they've said that there's a really strange, strong odor coming from the masks. A very chemically smell. So it's good. You're gonna have a bad time. Just
search YouTube out for the scam mask videos, and there's been about 4 different people that we know of that actually purchased them, and then they went on and they left a review. They show you exactly what you get. That way, it takes any of the curiosity away. You'll see it's not even worth it.
I know Ghoul School on YouTube. He has one of our real Belial masks. As well as ordered one of the knockoff ones just to show the comparison between the two. So check out Google School for one of those videos. He's the only one that I can think of right off the top of my head, but I know that there's a couple other ones out there. Also, if you see those, report them as scams and IP theft, especially if you're on any of the social media channels. We don't need those sent to us. We're doing things on the back end with our attorneys. We just send the website straight to them and they can take care of everything. But if you see them, we appreciate you letting us know, but just mark it as scam or IP theft and go about your day. But we appreciate you guys for seeing those and thinking of us and being, hey, that's not right. Because you're right, it's not right.
You always recognize our masks. Tio, he wants to know if he can take an existing CFX mask and be able to modify the color from tan to a grayish.
Yeah.
So he's thinking like Dracul, and then turn Dracul into a scroll.
Well.
And totally doable. I'm gonna jump in. I'll interrupt.
We've done a scroll.
No. He owns a Dracul and he wants to have it repainted. We don't do a lot of repaints fully here, but we can. So that's a email or a call to the office, info@compositeeffects.com or 225-756-7875.
Oh, you memorized that now.
I've always had it memorized. And we can talk you through it. But there's also Zooey Mask Repairs. Zooey is I think he still works for Immortal as well. But Zooey's an amazing painter. He knows what he's doing when it comes to repairing masks and making sure they're good. He could do a full repaint for you. We could do the same thing as well here. Again, I don't know what the cost difference is, and our schedule is pretty busy right now, so it's a matter of fitting a repaint into our schedule. It's not just a matter of going and getting some new paint and doing it. You got to prep the mask, and then you have to use a very special paint mixture.
Yeah.
It's all a silicone-based paint mixture, and then you have to have some certain skill to be able to paint that that new silicone paint mixture. It's not very forgiving. Once it goes on the mask, it's kind of on there. So that's the answer to that. We can totally do it. Zooey is another good source to do it. Those are the only, us and Zooey are the only 2 people I'd recommend right now to repaint masks. There might be other guys out there. If you're out there, reach out to me and let me know that that's what you're doing. we're cool with it. I would love to be able to refer people to you because we do get people reaching out to us all the time saying, hey, can I repaint my mask?
And yeah, like Josh was saying, sometimes it's just our schedule is so busy. It's not that we don't want to do it. It's just we have other priorities, like
Like trying to get these masks molded so I can show you new ones.
Molded, other projects. So it's not that we don't want to do it. Sometimes we just can't. But happily and absolutely, yes, it is doable.
Yeah, even at $150, Rolando, I would seriously. It looks like the scammers have upped their game so they could try and make even more money.
That's why I say, like, if you see a silicone mask that looks as good as it does for anything under, like I said, like $300.
So yeah,
it's no.
Just the silicone that is in this mask costs more than that.
Yes.
So that doesn't include all the development and stuff like that. Let's see here. See, when you see the fake masks, look at their pics. Yeah, and that's kind of why you also notice that we have CFX logos everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we don't want to do that, but
yeah, all of our movement videos, a lot of our older ones that we had a really bitchin' background. But we noticed that the scam sites had started lifting those videos and cropping them in really tight to try to get any branding out of the way. And so I had to go back through and re-edit a lot of the videos. And any of the new videos we do, we have the CFX logo behind us. We have 2 CFX ghosted images back there. Same thing with our website. We're just putting our watermark on everything. We know that might not stop the scam artists, especially since a lot of them still have older pictures and older videos before we were able to re-watermark everything. But, we're just doing what we can to prevent anything moving forward in the future.
We are trying to look out for you guys, but
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we can only educate so many people at a time.
Yeah.
And they post so often and into so many different groups that it's almost impossible for us to really get a hold of it. But we do our best.
Yeah, we appreciate all of you guys who have been following this crazy adventure of the scams with us, and also being our speaker boxes for the communities that we can't reach. I see a lot of you guys out there being like, oh, this looks like a great deal. Everybody's like, no, don't do it. Here's why. So we do appreciate you guys for sharing the good word about the scams and stuff.
So this is a perfect kind of transition. Iman has a question. Any ideas for a customized Link mask from Zelda? And so,
are you looking for specifically Link's character? Or are you looking for a different character?
Yeah, so it kind of depends on what you're looking for, but it opens up the discussion of any of the masks that you see behind you can be customized in a multitude of ways.
Yes.
So, any of the colors can be changed. Do me a favor, go grab that jack and pull Jack down real quick.
I think I keep forgetting that stupid outside is there. I keep telling myself, don't trip on the light.
So it's funny because she kept pulling the light out, and I say, hey, don't do that because you're going to trip on that light. And she goes, no, it's the light. I could totally see it. How many times has she tripped on it? Yeah. All right, so we're going to get off that subject. She's going to beat me up after this live stream.
In my eyes, and I think I know where it is, and then I'm like kicking it because it's not where I
So this is one of our Jack the Ripper masks, and it's been modified into a Jack Nicholson Joker. So that's just a standard realistic human. It's normally a flesh tone. It doesn't have all the green hair and the hot red lips. So we can customize all the masks in any way. So what I would say is look for, because Link is he's an elf basically, right? Kind of a fairy elf.
If you're looking for the younger version of Link, I would actually probably use a female base. However, if you're looking at like an older adult version of Link, our Marius the Immortal might be good.
I don't know why I always forget about Marius.
Although he does have a little bit more of a furrowed brow.
But we can do modifications, and so
modifications on that, absolutely.
In fact, here, what I'm going to try and do right now is I'm going to try and pop up a graphic.
Ooh, Josh has got graphics. Look at that.
Bam. All right. Hold on one second. Let me get it onto this actual screen. Okay, so it's kind of just scrolling through some stuff right now, but
where am I? Am I on this side? This side? There we go. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I was trying to figure out which side to be on for that.
But as you can see, I'm just showing some of the customizations that we've done with existing mask designs. That is a much more inexpensive method of getting a custom mask. That's number 5 that you've picked.
I know.
All right, and so there's just some modifications. We can do wounds, we can do blood, all kinds of different things.
I was gonna bring down Stalker Lyle so you can kind of see this hodgepodge of a guy here.
And so here's another artist special that we did right here. So this is our Stalker Mask. but he's been the base mask is our Stalker mask, and then he's been modified to look like Belial with the different scaling, the Belial horns, the Belial red paint scheme, and that. So yeah, we can modify the masks and make a custom mask out of some existing ones. So yeah, there's the three. So you have your base Stalker mask right there, and you have your base Belial, and in the middle is the hybrid of the two. So just an example of some of the things that we can do. We have all kinds of different modifications and add-ons. If you wanted bigger horns, we can do bigger horns. If you wanted to lose the horns entirely, we can do that. But yeah, so hopefully that answers that question right there.
I did have a question over here on YouTube. What was our most challenging mask design, and what is our personal favorite design? Well, before we joined the team, trying to think if I know what do you think was probably one of the most challenging mask designs before the stuff that we've been here. So Josh and I have been officially part of the team with CFX for 2 full years
as full-time employees. Yeah,
here in the shop in Baton Rouge, but we have been doing a lot of freelance PR work for them for the better part of 8 years, and we were also consumers of the product before we decided to come to work for the company.
I owned upwards of 30 plus masks before I ever received a paycheck from the company. I was paying the company more than they were paying me. And then it's weird how it kind of reversed. It got to a point where they realized, oh, Josh actually knows more about the masks than most people and can sell the masks and answer questions relatively efficiently. And so they put us on payroll. And Tabby's great at what she does with the social media, running all that stuff. So
I'm good at making stuff look good. But I think the most challenging before we got here,
in terms of just the build, They Live.
Yeah, They Live.
So we carried the universal license, and we did a They Live variant. And yeah, just getting everything down from it, the way the face was, and then figuring out an eye system for it, so that way it looked like the movies. We ended up having to do vacuum formed plastic eyes that insert into the mask. But yeah, that was probably one of our more challenging ones. Yeah. Anything with big add-ons, big horns, any big protrusions, they present challenges in the mold room. Yeah. But I mean, we got it down pretty good right now.
So yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot that at this point we would say challenging mask designs. But actually, probably one of the more intriguing ones was one that we haven't unveiled yet that Casey did, and probably Fungi a little bit, right?
Fungi actually
just a little bit.
Sculpting it was
no.
Tony had a challenge sculpting it, but the mold actually went pretty well. Yeah. We were able to get that one done pretty good. So we have a couple that are sitting in the mold room right now, or in the sculpting room, that are going to present challenges on the mold side of things, just because of how big the horns are.
But overall,
did I reveal something right there?
But overall, mask design, not specifically challenging, but the mold execution has been a little bit nuanced. I wouldn't say challenging, but nuanced for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we definitely lead the mold making. We have a couple of super professionals here that's all they do are molds, and we let them handle that challenge for us. So I do have a couple questions real quick. Yeah. Let's see. Jason's bringing up the blowing up the imp head with the air pump. I'll do that for you guys in a second here.
I love how much everybody loves that. So we keep wanting to try to turn that into some kind of carnival game at the trade shows we go to. So it's probably not going to happen this year, but look for some fun interactive shenanigans at our booth.
See if anyone can actually blow the head up.
If they blow it up, they get a prize.
Half off.
Something.
Half off the rip mask.
Oh my god. And then you got to pay for the repairs.
Yeah. All right. So let's see here. So Iman clarified a little bit. Older link.
Okay.
Reach out to us.
Yeah.
We can definitely take a closer look on it. Right now, just off the top of our head, those are some of the ideas that we had. Mm-hmm. But we can talk with the rest of the team too, and see what the best direction to go for that would be.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Do you recommend a mask base with a broad Joker-like smile with teeth? With teeth, again, that would be one. Let me think about that one for a little bit, Tio, and ask me again.
For the most part, especially for natural humans, we try not to do anything with the teeth sculpted on the outside, purely because it's a weird aesthetic visually to look at. Because if you are a natural human, the teeth are going to move unlike the way your mouth is supposed to move normally. So your lips are still going to be in like lip cup areas, but to have the teeth on the outside for a natural human doesn't always quite work out well.
Doesn't translate well on the mask sometimes.
Yeah, which is why, like, for our bigger monsters, like Dagon, for instance, or even Yorick, who's a skeleton, it makes sense to have the teeth on the outside for those non-natural human-like characters.
To answer another question, custom paint and custom add-ons, they range anywhere from $25 to about $75 to $100, depending on what you're looking for. The $75 to $100 would be for custom add-ons, or if we needed to add texture or anything like that.
If you need to add different horns, if you wanted to do it.
If you're adding silicone, yeah, it goes up to $75 to $100. If it's just paint, it's usually a $25, and that covers like any UV or glow in the dark stuff.
If you go to really details, like you need a lot of tattoo work, obviously that will come into play as well. But those are kind of a case-by-case basis, depending on what you need to have done.
But obviously, Tabby brings up, we do custom tattoos on the mask all the time. We've done a couple where we actually duplicate existing tattoos that are on people, and that way it copies it over. That obviously requires the paint team to spend a little bit of time and detail in it. And so, yeah, there's a slight upcharge on those.
Yeah, there's slight upcharges for different modifications, but they are usually rather affordable.
Joe just brings up, he just ordered a custom mask painted with whiskers. He paid $7.05 after the coupons. So there you go. I mean, that's a pretty good price right there. I don't know what base mask he got. It's sounding like probably a con or a lupus.
Oh, I think it's that lupus.
Yeah.
And you guys don't forget.
Oh, that's right. It's Joe. Sorry, Joe.
Joe.
I didn't recognize the name at first. Yeah, so that's that lupus. So.
And guys, don't forget that any mask you order here through the shop will always come with a head form. That's not just from the sale. That's something that we've been doing standard, I think, pretty much since the inception of CFX. The only time you don't get a head form with your mask is if you see us at trade shows, and that's a space-saving thing. We try to bring a few just in case, but for the most part, we do not provide them at trade shows. But if you order a mask from us here at the shop, a mask will always come with a head form.
I'm going to cover two questions real quick. Yeah. Joe wants to know how excited we get when we get to make a custom mask, or do you get nervous? Don't really get nervous. It's more excitement.
Depending on what it is. It could be a little bit of both, but it's usually more excitement.
But usually what it is, it's more like, do we have enough reference images to actually recreate this accurately? Yeah. And then Alexander Titanium wants to know, do you guys do custom vacuum form? We have a giant vacuum form machine here. It's a 3 foot by, I think the bed is 3 foot by 5 foot. But we're having some challenges with it right now. And I'll be honest with you, I was looking to sell it because we just don't use it enough here in the shop.
Yeah, and it's huge. It takes up a lot of space.
Yeah, I mean, it takes up at least 4.
Than this table.
Yeah, it takes up about 4 foot by 8 foot of space, but it's the bed, the vacuum bed is like 3 foot by 5 foot.
Yeah.
It might be 2.5 by 5 foot.
I think it's you were the first one.
But I mean, we've done a couple of big projects. We bought the machine for one specific project that we were working on. Obviously it was a big enough project that it was worthwhile. Now we just kind of use it for random small stuff. But we also, like the They Live eyes were not done on the big machine. They were done on a much smaller vacuum puller. That's just a small one that we use here in the shop. It's itty bitty.
Pocket vacuum size.
But yes, we can do that kind of stuff. Reach out to me, man. If you need something, I'll help you out.
Iman wanted to know what the starting price to have one made without the base, starting from scratch. If it's something that we have in our collection,
he's talking.
I'm covering the gamut. If it's something that we already have in our collection, it's whatever the base cost of that mask will be moving forward. If it's something that we don't have and it's a new sculpt starting from the ground up, depending on the detail and complexity, usually that starts at about $7,000 and goes up from there. And there's about a 3 to 4 month production time to get the sculpt, because we start from the ground up, literally.
Yeah,
head form, clay, and building it.
That's going to be you coming in for a life cast. We're going to get a copy of your head. We're going to sculpt directly on top of that. You're going to own all the production rights to that mask. Yeah. So that's why, it's about $7,000 to start, depending on what you want to go. And it can go up.
So. It absolutely can go up. But that's roughly around our normal range, because we do have to put the man hours and time into sculpting it. All of our characters that we have in our catalog, obviously, we already have those. We've already sculpted them. We've already made the mold out of them. But with that price point, if it's something for your original character that you designed, that you have commissioned to be made, you own all the rights to that. You can get replicas made at any point in time. I just basically have to pay for the materials to do it. But you own that mold and the rights to that mold if that's the route you would like to go. If you want more information on that, same thing, shoot us an email. Jonathan will be in touch with you. He'll let you know what our schedule looks like and what our availability is.
Zach wants to know if we can customize one mask, what one would it be?
So far, one has already kind of been done the way I want it, and it's Bathory right up behind me. I love Dracul. I love the vampire bat. I'm going to in a second. I love the vampire bat. I love his ears and all that good stuff. So to have, I kicked my water bottle.
She has like a collection.
I have my water bottle down here, and I keep kicking it.
It's like the water bottle.
They don't see me kicking stuff over a counter.
We can all hear it.
So, I don't care. Saturday. But Zach, you probably already know this about me. Zach, Zach Decker is exactly what it sounds like. Zach Decker is Ken Decker's cousin, who is also heavily involved in the silicone world, only with his wife, who do mermaid tails out of silicone.
Why don't you give her a shout out?
So yeah, all the team at FinFoot Production, Abby, Bryn, Gracie, Hannah, Ian, everybody else in between who I may not know as well, and Zach and everybody over there at Seventh Sin. We miss you guys.
Silicone runs in the family.
Silicone runs in the Decker family, apparently. But yeah, to go back to your question, Bathory is pretty dang close to a mask that I would love to customize. Second to this would probably be one that we've done before as well. It's our female fit Naga with gremlin ears, and basically created a female gremlin. But I love Dracul's ears, and I just love being a vampire bat, and so I think she's one of my favorites.
And we're doing a mod of this guy right here. That's going to be my favorite.
Which is going to be his favorite.
So I'm not going to tell you what it is right now, but this is the base. We're doing a modification on him. He's going to be amazing. And I don't even think you guys are going to have access to it. I think I'm going to just override it and buy it right off the bat. I'm going to have to pay full price for it.
I'll be happy about that.
But yeah. So we are going to do a really cool mod on him.
And yeah, Joe said it was lupus.
Yeah. All right. I think we're pretty well caught up. Let's see here. Yeah, pretty well caught up. We got a bunch of people watching.
Joseph did ask if we can make a Whisperer mask. Negan Smiley from Walking Dead. We very likely could. We actually have done an
alpha and a beta
mask.
Yeah.
I don't think we did alpha.
Did we not do that?
No, because alpha.
I know that was on the list, but maybe that one
pretty
canceled.
Normal human-like, but beta we absolutely did. We called like a skull cap from him. We took Krusty and basically literally just took from the eyes up and from the mid-head to the backside and added hair on him. He's on our Instagram. I'll try to be sure to reshare him pretty soon. He was a little bit more expensive for the half mask that he was, just because there was a lot of detail and build-up work to get it nearly identical to what the comic references that we were given. But we can do it. Shoot us an email with some reference pictures and we will let you know.
All right. Well, what's next on our agenda to cover?
So basically, we were going to pull out some costumes here for you guys and show you a little bit of our costume collection.
Do some mask try-ons?
And mask try-ons and different ways that you can kind of accessorize your mask with some costume.
Were we going to cover putting the mask on and off and stuff on this segment?
That was going to be, I think.
Or was that the 2 o'clock segment? Am I mixing them up?
I think that's 2 o'clock. Or actually, I think we had some where we were going to do that tomorrow. But we can absolutely go over it again if people want to see.
No, so what I'm thinking, if we're going to put some costumes on, why don't I do a full demo of putting the imp and gloves on?
Absolutely.
And then costuming him.
Absolutely.
Quick question for you. All right, so we do have a plastic bag. That was the main thing that I was looking for, so we can show them that little trick. All right, I'm going to come on here. I'm going to start grabbing what I need. Tabby will keep you entertained in the meantime.
So yeah, you guys, we're just going to show you a quick.
So what we're going to do is, I'm going to put the imp on. I'm going to put some tri-finger gloves on that match him. Pull my watch off while I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, always be sure to take off any of the
Yeah, so I just said I have everything cleared. It's just the easiest way to do it. Even like while I'm at a convention, I have people take their badges and everything off, especially the first time you're putting a mask on it. Just make it as easy as possible.
Absolutely.
All right, and then so we have the mask, and then we have some gloves.
I'm going to answer Joseph's question real quick over here on YouTube. He wanted to know if we plan on expanding our human collection. Not right now. We are focusing on some more different types of characters. But
there is a female that I'm considering, but I think some monsters that I want to do first.
Yeah, we're trying to expand a little bit more of our creatures and our monsters, but we do have at least 2 different human-like masks that we have ideas for. And like Josh said, we do have one female that is a little bit more in the forward front of that lineup. But right now, no, not for that. Not for at least this year.
Yeah. All right. Imp, our mascot character. This was one of our very first masks. You saw the green one that I had pulled down. This is a version 2 of that same mask, and then we have a version 1 that we've shown in here a couple of times
Yeah.
before as well.
So this is technically version 4 of our imp.
And then, like I said, the tri-finger gloves. Know that all these circles are hand painted on there. There's no stencil used. It's
No
all hand
stencil.
painted.
Jen sees circles in her sleep.
Okay, mirror and alcohol.
So yeah,
Okay.
we want to put some stuff up here. That way we're super
Yeah,
prepared.
clear that. All right, so handy dandy, 99% alcohol. We use this all around the shop for everything. What's nice about it is it just evaporates right away. Once you kind of spray it, it goes. You can use like a 71% alcohol or something like that, but it's going to linger around a little bit longer. I'm going to take this guy off the head form. I'm going to put this guy on, and then I'm going to put the gloves on, and then Tabby's going to help me get like a lab coat or something on just to kind of finish the look a little bit. But I want to do this, and that way I can show you guys that you can costume yourself and get yourself completely into costume without additional help. It always helps that. Have an extra set of hands, but
Just
you
in
don't
case.
need it.
But yeah.
All right. So we're going to take this guy off the head form. We're going to roll his bib up.
Hi Sabrina, I love you. I miss you guys too. Squeeze a little baby for me.
Yeah, so we're going to roll his head up, pull him off the head form. I just use my knees to hold it. Tabby's trying to grab it from me, but I'm still showing it to you. Boom.
I'm trying to help.
All right. Now, putting the mask on, I don't use anything. No baby powder, no alcohol, none of that stuff. I have a lot of practice at it, but you guys should not need anything to get the mask on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my hands inside the mask up to my wrists, like I'm diving in. My hands are clapping. Okay.
Yeah, you don't want to break your way in. You want to swim your way through.
Yep. And so this guy's easy because he's got such big ears. I kind of know exactly that it's lined up. But I can look inside the mask and I can see its face in there. And I want to make sure that face is going to line up with my face. I'm going to go back of my head. I'm going to pull it forward. Wait till I can see out the eyes. I can see out the eyes. And then I'm going to put it on my face. Got pretty good,
darling.
pretty good right there. All right, now here's the fun part. So you're going to take a glove and you're going to roll it as much as you can. On here.
I'm over here trying to keep up with your comments, you guys.
And I'm going to spray it with some alcohol on the inside. I'm not shy about it, to be honest. I might even spray my hand a little bit just to make that nice.
Joe wanted to know if we would be able to make a tail at some point because he's trying to complete his LSU tiger costume. We have done tails before.
Yes, we can.
And we can again. So you know the email, Joe. Shoot us an email.
So you saw that. I just put it on, then I unrolled it. This is the tricky part, right? Now, what am I going to do? I only got
Especially
one
when
hand.
he's only got 3 fingers.
Yeah, I wanted to make this even more challenging just to show. But it's the same type of thing. I would probably roll this before you get the glove on. I got excited.
And did you explain the alcohol in the gloves at all?
What do you mean?
Why you use alcohol in the gloves?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted
You
to
spray the alcohol and it evaporates and it just helps you get it on. Did you miss that entire first section?
I might have been looking through comments, so maybe.
Quite obviously. And boom.
Hi, Ryan.
That's the hard part, right?
Sweet
Once you got it
Ryan.
on, and then it's just kind of using this and a little roll. This is sometimes where it's handy to have an extra set of hands, and I'll just let her get that all undone. Yeah. Okay. Fully in, but I'm not done.
He's kind of naked, right?
All right. So this is where I'm going to have Tabby grab me some stuff. And why don't you go ahead? And here's a trick. These gloves are not going to go through your sleeves. Wrap them in plastic. Bam. I can't do that. All right. Give me a little button real quick. And Dr. Imp is ready to serve you. Just like that, guys. All right. And so fully in costume. I am now the Imp. And normally you guys know I get excited when I get in the Imp costume. crazy and all that stuff. But yeah, so that's how you can become the imp just like that.
And so yeah, I mean, with the imp, he's such a versatile character. He is very, very, very easy to cosplay in a multitude of different ways. The imp is also one of Josh's favorite characters because he would just do this to me.
I own 2.
You do.
There's 2 fingers in there. I own 2 masks. There we go.
But yeah,
I love this mask. This is one of my favorite masks. I'll wear it anytime you guys want me to wear it.
Yeah, the imp.
I was going to do a Dr. Imp whole segment, but I don't have anything planned.
But yeah, so there's a multitude of different ways you can costume your characters. Honestly, for us, for the haunt at least, we buy a lot of our generic costumes from thrift stores, and we distress and color and paint, and we tear them up from there. However, oh yeah, here's
just showing you that I got versatility. I can still function.
Yeah, your dexterity is pretty still darn good, and most of the gloves. You can
can't use the phone, but
yeah, I can't. Touchscreen obviously doesn't work very well, but you can handle different things. You can pick things up. Meet somewhere at noon for a duel. Yeah. You know, the usual.
Yeah.
But there's many different ways that you can costume and accessorize your masks. From finding something at thrift stores, or making it yourself, or even finding different costume companies to create costumes for you guys. We actually have.
I'm gonna wait for the plastic.
Oh, I was like, what are you doing? All right, okay. So
I could probably get it off, but I don't want to make a spectacle of myself. Actually, just do me a favor. Just grab that edge and roll it down. No.
Oh, the glove. Sorry.
You'll see how the sleeve gets a little tight on them.
I'm trying to get it faster. There we go.
There we go.
All right, just take them off.
Yeah, just and bam, slides right off. My hand's still really wet from the alcohol, so that it slid right out right there. But what happens is as you build up a little bit of sweat, it's the same type of thing. There may be about 15 minutes in between when the alcohol dries and you haven't started sweating yet, where they're gonna suction to your hand. And yeah, and then after you start sweating, then it's the same type of thing. It does take a little bit of practice. I'm making it look very easy right now.
We've also been doing this for a very long time.
But yes, and so obviously.
And practice does make perfect.
Yeah, the more you practice with it. I know a lot of girls wear the masks around the house. But yeah, taking it off, so you see, I'm just doing it myself now. I just rolled the sleeve up. And I'm going to kind of just slide in here to my wrist and just slide it right on off. Yeah. Again, you see how wet, I put a lot of alcohol on it, kind of on purpose.
And these gloves best fit somebody who can wear a medium to large, surgical glove or a latex glove.
Yes.
I can physically fit into them, no problem, but there's a little bit of room to be desired, especially in the...
She swims in them a little bit.
I swim just a smidge. We do have a smaller fit of the natural human gloves. However, we do not have smaller gloves yet of our other characters, but that is something that we are constantly looking into and trying to constantly improve upon. Similar to the same notion.
I didn't forget about Nephilim.
Similar to the same notion that Josh was talking about yesterday, if you had tuned into our live streams, about some ideas we have for expanding our collection of masks in multiple sizes as well. Joe asked, do you know if the Halloween party and expo that moved to Dallas last year will be back in New Orleans next year? No. From my understanding, HauntCon will be in Texas for the next few years. I don't know where they're going after that, but it is not going to be in New Orleans next year. Sorry. We do know that, at least.
Okay. Good old Nephilim. Bony demon creature. Horns can be done either in pure silicone, like this guy right here, or in resin, depending on what you're looking for. The resin ones are more for your personal display or like a cosplay that you really want to be accurate. If you're doing a haunted house or you're running around scaring people,
silicone ones are
use the silicone ones. You're not going to poke someone's eyeball out with them.
Tyler says the Belial hands seem to be a bit more difficult because he has nails. Any more tips since he doesn't want to have the nails get pulled on?
Belial, because it's very similar to the Fiend gloves. It's just kind of practice and lots of alcohol.
Yeah, honestly, lots of alcohol in there to get them on. Or having a buddy help you get in and out of them until you're a little bit more comfortable doing it yourself.
Yeah, definitely I would have someone help the first couple of times. That way, just in case there's any issues with it, I would definitely do it without a mask on a couple of times just to practice. There are some gloves that if they're what was it? I think it was we have some con gloves that are really built up on the pads.
Oh, it's our beast gloves when we did Frog for Frogzilla.
Yeah, and basically they're
It's like
built
a big
up
bulbous.
enough
Yeah.
that I couldn't get it like up underneath the mask. So that was when I had to kind of either have assistance with the mask or I put all the gloves on and then we worked.
Yeah, because the pads on the fingertips were quite a bit rounded out. That the dexterity was there, but not quite the same for nuanced stuff like getting the mask and things like that. So yeah, having a buddy, to help you get in and out of those until you're a little bit more comfortable doing it yourself is always the best avenue. Just like when you're out cosplaying, if you got a big costume, you gotta have an escort with you or a handler. Kind of the same thing. It's always good to have a friend.
So Nephilim is designed with a really wide mouth. We want you to be able to get that guy all the way open. So I would recommend either blacking out your face or a balaclava.
Which we do sell. You can also get them on Amazon, or if you already have one, you can just use the one you already have. Whatever works.
But yeah,
Alexander says, if you're doing try-ons, can we see Cthulhu?
Yeah.
I suppose. Just maybe. Absolutely. No, of course, you guys. We're here to do try-ons for you guys. I did kind of want to pull this wardrobe rack over just a smidge.
All right.
Kind of
Good old Nephilim. And then we toss them down here, just so you guys, just to clarify that they go into a cleaning pile right after the segment. Tabby and I both spend about 45 minutes cleaning everything, and then we get right back to it again.
So this is just a very a minuscule collection of the wardrobe we here have at CFX. We have a whole lot more costumes for our personal collection. As you can see, it runs the gamut. We do have wonderful costumes that were made by Midnight Mayhem Apparel, who specialize in clown costumes, as well as a multitude of personal things that Josh and I have created, or CFX has built for some of our movement videos. In addition to a Quagmire costume from ATX Art Creations, which you can see on our Baba Yaga pictures that we took out in the swamp. I'm wearing the Midnight Mayhem clown costume and the Tessa Zombie for some of our sale graphics. But you can usually never go wrong with a costume. I know sometimes you see a mask, you're like, oh, that's gorgeous, but how am I going to costume it? However you want. There's no wrong way to costume your mask. All right, I'm going to move this cart back out of the way, and he's going to put Cthulhu on. Tell me Band of Light, babe. Tell me Band of Light.
All right. So this is our green variant of Cthulhu. I know we just recently re-added our purple variant back to the website.
Or it's going to be shortly.
Yeah, I know we have one done. It's not in the in-stock section yet, but we were having an issue with the pigment, of getting the pigment
to be that purple.
So the original, so the original purple pigment that we used,
they stopped making.
They discontinued it, and so and there was a small period of time where we couldn't replicate the exact purple that we had done before, so we pulled it off the website. But it's back.
Now we found it.
Yeah, it's back.
Spin all the way that way and shoot.
No, I'm right where I want to be. All right, and then Cthulhu. So Cthulhu is a second variant. We have another tentacle monster called Deep Spawn, and he's got big, long, heavy tentacles on the front.
He's got 4 long, solid tentacles with suckers on the bottom of
A
them.
little bit more octopus-looking than this guy, but yeah. So this guy's more of the squid style.
Yeah, very much more Lovecraftian style.
And there is a mouth up underneath there.
I love seeing this guy come through before he hit the rest of his spades on. It just looks so awkward, and I love it.
And you see the paint continues down onto the bottom side, the proper coloring.
Yeah, so this
My visibility is fine. I can see my hand here. Hold on. Right there, I can see my hand here. Up and down. Right there. That's my field of view right there. So I have really good vision. I can obviously speak very well. If I wanted to drink some water, I could drink some water. I can hear you guys just fine. Yeah. That's Cthulhu.
This is a great mask. These eyes are resin. They are customizable. We can do different styles of eyes in there. So that's the only part that is not silicone on this mask are the eyes.
And I guess for our teratoma as well. A lot of the eyes on the masks will be a harder resin or plastic, depending on what you're looking for.
Which is a little bit different than Dagon, who has his Solaris eyes, which are silicone.
Yeah, so these eyes on this guy right here are special silicone.
Super squishy.
But they're They're harder than
They're
a silicone,
solid, but they're.
but they still
yeah.
move with the mask.
Nick says he used Deep Spawn for his Zoidberg cosplay. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Do you have the pink one? Is that
Yeah,
you?
it's
Oh my god!
we
I
all
love that
want
one.
we have that. We have the picture that floats around here all the time. So
That's you. I love
Yeah.
it. You know, it's great, and it's funny because people say it all the time. It's like, oh, it's like Zoidberg, and then we go, woo, 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 woo.
Yep.
And then people look at us like we're weird. It's like, no one said Zoidberg, so. I don't know.
Were there any other try-ons that people wanted from you?
Dwayne wanted to know how much Nephilim is with horns that you tried on. I believe he is. Oh, great. Now you're making me try to remember pricing right now.
I don't do
think
any of the pricing. I have no idea.
I believe he is $700. Let me pull up the website and double check for you guys because I want to make sure I'm giving you the correct information. Here. Let's see. Here. Your phone is over there.
That's what I was looking for. I just want to make sure I was caught up on comments, see if I can get on top of anything. Yeah, Alexander, I'll bring you a Cthulhu to Fansworld. If you want it.
I think this green one and the purple one may be coming with us.
Yeah, but
if they don't sell.
He's been talking to me a little bit about this. I just haven't said anything to you yet.
No, it's fine. I'm just.
Yeah, so if any of you guys want a mask and you want to buy it and have us just bring it to Fansworld, we'll limit it, just so you know, because we have to bring headforms to go with it. Alexander, I'll make sure I bring a headform for you. But most of the masks that we bring to Fansworld don't come with a headform, just because we're traveling with them. You know, we drive to St. Louis from Baton Rouge. We have a trailer and a big truck, but we do have limited space between the booth and everything else like that. So just let me know. I will try to bring approximately 10 headforms with me to the show this year. And that way, if you wanted to buy it, if you already have a mask and don't have a headform, you can buy one of those headforms, or I'll have some headforms to throw in on the deal if you buy a mask and trench.
Absolutely. So just to go back, Nephilim is $700. That bone white mask that Josh did put on. That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to give you guys the wrong information.
All right. And I think I'm pretty well caught up. I'm going to step off the screen for a second here, just make sure our stream is going well.
Not a problem. You guys, why have you been hanging out with us for an hour on Saturday morning? Not that I'm really complaining, but I'm really impressed that we are that engaging. So thank you so much for tuning in with us.
How you doing, Joe?
Monica, absolutely. I will happily show you the Venetian mask if I remember where I put her. She keeps moving.
If you got any closer, it would just bite you right on the face.
It was up there.
I know.
We rearranged the shelves, and I forget to commit that to memory. I'm just so used to where they were originally. But yes, I can absolutely and will happily do that. Don the Venetian mask for you. I have no pockets today.
Ooh, Herman just put a great suggestion out there for Nephilim or any of our masks that require a balaclava. You could do either like a custom cool red paint job on it to make it look like it's musculature and the inside of your mouth. I've been actually on Amazon looking for other options on the balaclava side, and there are a lot of colored balaclavas out there now too. So you can get them in blue and red and green, anything like that. So if you had like the teratoma with a green balaclava underneath it, would probably look really cool. Yeah, if you bought a red balaclava, you could even like just airbrush in some black lines and some detail onto it. And probably get a really cool look out of that.
All right. So this Venetian mask is our Mardi Gras paint scheme. You can get her with or without a big old feather plumage up on the top. We have, I think, 2 standard versions up on the website. I believe it's our Mardi Gras and our Masquerade. But we can do custom colors. We've done a beautiful artist special one where it's all like a music staff and music notes all over it. It's like cranberry. Black and white we've done before as well.
But you guys remember, we're here in Louisiana, in Baton Rouge. We're 45 minutes up from New Orleans. Most of us hang out in New Orleans all the time. And so Mardi Gras is a big thing. And so, yeah, so the Venetian was kind of made for the fancier going out in cosplays. Steve, you're seeing right now how Tabby's managing the long hair. Usually it's putting it into a low braid or a low ponytail. And that will handle it.
This mask is a little bit different when it comes to how you want to wear her because it does have a very ornate open back. So for me, I like to put it in the ponytail just because it sticks through this little hole in the back there. You can wear it down however you want to wear it. You could, if you want this mask, you could like curl your hair and make it all like an updo, however you want.
So yeah, he says his wife had a bad experience with Baron von Overbite. Okay, now this is where I'm going to bring up baby powder. Sometimes, especially for people that aren't very practiced on putting the mask on and off, throw a little baby powder inside the mask, or talc, because again, you don't want to be breathing in baby powder. That'll help it slide over longer hair. We also use what is called the little wig. Wig cap. Yeah, so we've used wig caps. We'll bring a bag of wig caps with us to the trade shows, because a lot of times there's a lot of women that want to try the masks on and their hair's all done up. So we put the little wig cap on it. It just helps them slide in and out.
Absolutely.
As you can tell by Tabby, once you get a little bit more practice, it does happen. But here, let me just, silicone is a sticky material. It's not tacky, but it will, it will cling on to things like hair. So if you have long facial hair or long beard hair, I know Tyler, he's brought that up before. We do a mask for Luchasaurus, who wrestles for AEW, and he's got all kinds of massive hair. So he ended up going with the strapping method, so that way, and then a bigger mouth opening for his beard to actually be able to pull through the mask. So there's a lot of options like that when it comes to long hair. That is just one of the things that it is a little bit sticky. So low ponytail is probably your best method.
It is a little bit of a challenge, and sometimes you gotta be willing to lose a few hairs here and there. But yeah, when I have my hair long, one long braid down the back really helps. Or if you can French braid, that is even better, because it gets all those extra little hairs, or 2 braids. Yeah, I've been there when I'm trying to get a mask off, and it's just taking my hair with it. It happens. It will happen at least once or twice, and then you figure out what works best for you for this mask.
And then Joe wants to know best place to buy contact lenses.
Exotic Lenses. I have bought several pairs from Exotic Lenses. They are FDA approved. They're based out of the U.S., out of Georgia. I think they're right outside of Atlanta. Right about there.
Yeah, they are an FDA approved contact manufacturer.
I have never had any issues with them. They've always been very great when it comes to their customer service.
You will need a prescription.
You will need a prescription, so you always want to make sure that you have that information available.
And trust me, just go ahead and go see an eye doctor, pay the $50, $60, whatever it is for the eye exam.
You only get one set of eyes, so
being in this industry, we can legitimately, we've seen horror stories when it comes to contact lenses, in terms of lenses that have bacteria on it, lenses that are expired. There's all kinds of stuff out there.
Sharing lenses.
Yeah. Even if you're following the best practices, you can get a bad set of lenses from the manufacturer.
Absolutely.
So always go with an FDA approved manufacturer. We love Exotic Lenses. We've been customers of theirs for a long time. They carry the Gothica line. Yes. They carry all the lenses that you've seen out there. They have them, and your eyes are going to be protected by them.
Absolutely. That's a great question. And like I was saying, you only get one set of eyes, so do not risk it by going, oh, those contacts are $20 at that liquor store. That looks great. Just don't do it, please. For my sanity and your safety, exoticlenses.com. They have the Gothica line. They also have natural colored eye colors as well. So if you just want to go to like a super bright blue, if you have brown eyes like I do, or vice versa, and a whole lot of fun stuff in between.
Tyler goes, who TF would share contact lenses? Bro. I'm a haunt owner. Bro. Let me tell you, people are gross out there and will share everything. I've seen people do a 1-in-1. Like, oh, here, let me use one of your contact lenses, and you can use one of my contact lenses, and it happens.
When we had our contacts, or when we were doing haunts, like, he had his white ones, and I had my green ones, and that was it. Like, just don't. Please don't.
All right.
The reason why we say it is because we've seen it, and it's been done, so please don't.
All right, guys, we are hitting the end of this segment right now. Any last minute requests or anything? Or do you guys want to just come back at the 2 o'clock hour and join us for some more fun? I know I have some videos to show you. We have some demolding and some stuff like that.
Yeah, so 2 p.m. hour, we're just going to show you some basics of how a mask is started in a nutshell. Once we already have the mold and everything for it, I think we're going to try to show you what a blank mask looks like. Yep. Like Josh said, we've got a really awesome paint demo and a demolding demo that we're going to show you guys. Yeah,
I'll grab a couple of blanks from downstairs that are still in the production line right now. I'll grab one that's freshly out of the mold that still has all the flashing and seams. Yeah. And then I'll grab one that's been patched and seamed but not painted yet.
Yes.
Then I'm also going to show the birth of a brand new mask actually coming out of the mold.
So Josh, if you could do me a favor and pop up the codes on the screen for me one more time. I'm just going to rehash this stuff real quick before we get out of this hour. So up on the screen right now, you will see the discount codes for our Fansworld sale. Use CFX Fan 21 for the $50 off made-to-order items, and CFXUPS, excuse me, for the free domestic UPS ground shipping. I don't know what word I was going to say there, but it wasn't going to be free. And don't forget, you get a head form and a swag bag with any order placed here through the website. So you guys, until the 2 o'clock hour, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I definitely appreciate you. I know Josh does too. So go get you guys some snacks, some lunch, get some fresh air for a hot second, and we'll be back at 2 with more for you. So until then,